On Youth Sports, Chapter 7, and my name's Hayden Gephart,
Sean Smith.
and for the Seahawks.
For the sport history in the U.S., it started Native Americans. When we came here, they played a lot of lacrosse and things like that. And us as European settlers, we brought tennis here, cricket, and baseball.
African Americans brought along javelin, boxing, wrestling, and organized athletics and educational institutions did not emerge until like the mid-19th century.
The first schools that provide athletics were the private schools, and the actual first school was Round Hill. And Charles Beck, he was a gymnastics instructor, was the first known physical educator teacher in the U.S.
At that time too, students organized most of the games because they didn't really have like a role model to look up to that would organize them. And public schools are really slow to recognize the value of exercise, unlike private schools.
In 1859, the Gunnery School in Washington, Connecticut became the first school to feature games against outside competition. In 1878, St. Paul's School in Concord, New Hampshire hired the first full-time faculty member specifically to team sports.
In 1895, Phillips Exeter Academy appointed the first athletic director, and educator John Dewey at the University of Chicago encouraged athletics to be put into the school curriculum.
The state of New York required every public school to include an adjacent playground, and during the 20th century, the progressive movement came around. It helped promote child welfare by advocating for increased playground space and promoted public school athletics as an antidote to physical education curriculum.
Okay, in the 20th century, non-school agencies such as the Youth Men's Christian Organization, also called the YMCA, helped establish athletics for the Christian youth. So why did high school and youth sports emerge? It first emerged because Horace Mann noticed that there was a lack of recreation space for young adults, and it was an aid in solving social problems, bad health, and juvenile delinquency.
Also, it helped develop skills such as cooperation and discipline. It would boost students' retention and graduation rates. And during and after World War I, school sports for males were promoted as a structure for physical training for the armed forces without directly encouraging militarism. And students spend time in extracurricular activities are 49% more likely to use drugs and 37% more likely to become teen parents than those who spend 1 to 4 hours per week in extracurricular activities.
Okay, governance. High school sports are coordinated by the National Federation of State High School Associations, also called the NFHS, and it's comprised of 3 different components. The first is the legislative body, the second is the National Council, and the third is the Board of Directors.
The administration of school and youth sports is primarily a local affair. Most policy and procedural decisions made at the district, school, or youth league level. However, championships and coordination of athlete eligibility is run by a national governing body.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the Little League governance structure. It's organized on 4 levels. First is the local, then district, regional, then international. Each league is established within a community. The board of directors is responsible for the league's day-to-day operations, and about 10 to 20 teams in an area usually comprise their own district. And after the district's tournaments, the district administrator reports to the regional director. And also, all Little League operations are led by the president and chief executive officer, Stephen Keener.
Some challenging issues with high school and youth sports is critics of highly organized youth athletics often cite that activities like football create increased pressure to win and rob children of the opportunity to create and initiate their own play and competition. kids inherit the mentality of win at all costs. As you can see, like in the NFL, linemen keep getting bigger and bigger, and so children who play football are overweight and obese at rates far exceeding those who do not play. One study shows that 45% of the linemen in Iowa are overweight, and it is proven that overweight kids suffer more injuries than slim kids, and we can see where this causes a problem with parents and stuff like that. For my career implications, the world of high school and youth sports has evolved greatly from its past and is still looking to expand. There will always be competition in these areas, therefore there will always be a need for coaches and athletic directors. It's not a career path I'm looking for, but it would be great for someone who's looking to go into high school or youth athletics.
For my career implications, so far the information I learned from this chapter, I mean, I will most likely not interact with my career path. Okay. The information I have learned from high school and youth sports will most likely not interact with my career path due to the fact that I'm not very interested in making sports as like a career path. So, there we go.